Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Mosballin. So first of all, I want to say I hope you guys are safe out there. I hope you guys are taking care of yourself. I know this whole thing is like, some of you guys are taking it serious, some of you guys aren't. You think the media is blowing it out of proportion, but at the end of the day, we got to stay safe. So I hope you stay safe. I hope everyone in your family stays safe and anyone you care about and all that good stuff. So what I'm here to tell you guys today is how we got all these tokens. You guys been asking that question a lot. I was literally sitting on over 6,000 tokens, and I just did the math for how many tokens I legitimately have after I redeemed all the tokens that I have so far and the ones that I have at top, and I came to the conclusion that I spent a total of 5,620 tokens right here in the token market reward section. It actually came out to 5,670. And then when I did the math with how many I have at top, we're pretty close to 8,000 tokens collected in 2K20, which is insane. So now what you guys been asking me is, how do you get so many tokens? How are you able to do this? Because you guys want to get all these diamonds, pink diamonds, opals, whatever the case is, and you're curious. First of all, don't be spending tokens here, man. I don't know what y'all doing. Some of y'all be doing it. Bro, I don't know what y'all doing. Now I'm just playing. Do what you gotta do. Do what you want to do. It's your game. It's your life. It's your thing. So we're gonna start off with the basics again. This is what we usually do. I'm not gonna do too much math. I already done this before in the past, a video that I dropped over a month ago. I will link that down below for anyone who needs math by math on how you get tokens per thing. And you guys can see I didn't even finish this. Like, I could get so much more tokens if I actually complete this, which I haven't. So the total amount of tokens you get just from the rewards section of Triple Threat Offline is 830 tokens. There's 830 tokens here. So I calculated how long it takes you to do 1,000 games. Say if you started from the bottom or you just like are about to begin. And honestly, it's about 80 hours or so. That's a long time. It's like a big grind. So I don't know what you guys are up to. You guys can definitely realize that at the top you're getting like 200 tokens, like 125. You're getting a lot of tokens near the top. At the bottom it starts off slow. One thing you also gotta realize is there are vaults. If the vault opens and you get a token every now and then, if you get 10 tokens every here and there, you can end up getting around 1,000. Plus, I'm saying this because sometimes what I would do is I only play Triple Threat Offline during Triple Threat Offline events. So there are events that go down in my team. Make sure you guys are checking that out. It's a great method to make tokens. You see there, it's a 2 times multiplier for when you open the vault in Triple Threat and you get something. So if you get 1 token, which is one of the options, if you get 1 token, you would actually be getting 2. And that's the most like common thing you're gonna be getting. Or if you get a 10, you're gonna get 20, which is dope. So that's kind of cool. Make sure you guys are taking advantage. Sometimes it's better events where you're actually just getting a token all the time. So what I would suggest is don't always play Triple Threat Offline, but if there is an event, take advantage of it. Another thing we talk about normally is Domination. I did finish Domination earlier in the year. Domination is a total of 703 tokens. So it starts off slow, the same way that did. Domination, you're not getting that many tokens as you go through. Historic, you start getting a little more, but once you get to old time Domination, it actually adds up. So if you guys actually don't want to do every Domination, I suggest skipping to all-time Domination. You should be able to beat it easily now and get a lot of tokens just for that. Make sure you're using cards that you can evolve, so you could try to make some MT off of them, or maybe cards that you want to use. I recommend that. Do that while watching someone stream or watching Netflix or Hulu, just so you're not too bored, because it's going to be boring. But we have all the time in the world now that we're sitting at home. Now we're gonna go into the stuff that nobody talks about too much before I talk about what I gotta say. I would say moments challenges are dope. Sometimes they have these for like 6 tokens or something. I really like the online moments challenges. These are really easy. 6 tokens and it's 1 game. So you play a game, you might make the guy quit because it's an online game, it's a friendly. If you could do that, get 6 tokens, why not? It's a pretty easy, chill way to do so. It kind of spices up the mode. You do things you normally don't do. Next, you got these challenges. These go for 6 tokens. Don't highly recommend these. These are boring. They take time. They're long. But if you are one of the guys that evolve your cards, I suggest this. They are on a really low difficulty and you can grind tokens at the same time, slowly but surely. You got spotlight challenges. There's some tokens involved here. Nothing crazy, honestly. We're gonna go into the crazy methods right now. The main one, which is how to play. the main method that I use to get tokens is triple threat online. I showed you guys numerous pictures in the past of me getting over 20 tokens, 28, 30. I've gotten 30 tokens on triple threat online in one game, like legitimately one game. Just gotta get lucky, just gotta play it a long time, and you can really make a lot of MT. This is the best MT method in my opinion, and the best token method. So if you want to play the game and make tokens, that's your method. Next, you got collections. This is where your bread and butter, where you make a lot of tokens. So you guys can see, this is what I did. I finished the whole current NBA except one team. This team's actually really expensive, so I haven't finished them up yet, but we finished every other team. And why would we do that? You get 20 tokens per team. There's 30 teams, so that's 600 tokens. As you see, we get 600 tokens, guys. 600 for finishing these. Now, some of them are expensive, some of them are not worth it, but what I do recommend for anyone that is trying to get a couple tokens, if you haven't done this before, go ahead and check your lifetime achievements, awards, or whatever these are called, and you actually get 20 tokens for completing a Western Conference team and 20 tokens for completing an Eastern Conference team. So instead of the 20 you just get, you're actually going to be getting 40 and 40. And the cool thing is you get the same thing for heat checks. So you see here, it's 25 and 25 for the first Eastern heat check and 25 for the first Western heat check. And once you guys do that, it's actually pretty cool because you actually get 25 per heat check as well. So you're gonna actually be getting 50 and 50. So if you guys haven't completed any of these, find one that's cheap. How I recommend to find a cheap set, what I would do and what I recommend to a lot of people is, the things that are expensive are silvers and heat checks, obviously. So what I would do is, as soon as cards come out in a pack, what you would do is you have to wait for the packs to come out and then basically put enable cards that you don't own, and then go to silver, figure out what you're looking for. So you'd be either looking for 20 NBA or 20 NBA series 2, and then you do that and you search, and then you could search up a little bit, find yourself a budget like 1400, 1500, and then just keep searching, and you should be able to find stuff that pop up when people are throwing them up. Once you do that and you buy a couple, you go back here, make sure you're buying them for low values though. You gotta buy them for like the lowest you could find them, because you come back here, you check what you got, and then say you have like, you found 8 of these. All right, let's actually go here. All right, so say I have 14 of these. Wow, I only need one more card. Now I could just focus on that card, or whatever the case is. So you try to buy as many cards as you can for a low value, and then whatever team you see that you're pretty much almost done with, just buy the rest of those cards and sell everything else. That's if you're just doing a couple collections here and there and don't plan to actually finish all the collections, right? That's my recommendation. You see here, these are the 20 series 2, another 20 tokens per thing, so that's another 600. There's about 4 teams. Yeah, there's 4 teams I haven't finished here. When you go to heat checks that I told you is 25, I actually have a couple more teams I haven't finished. So there's 5 teams here, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 teams I haven't finished. That's another crazy amount of tokens. That's 200 tokens right here if I decide to finish these. 80 tokens for these, and then 20 tokens here. That's 300 more tokens I have left for a couple more cards if I wanted, but there's no reason for me to lock those in right now, so I'm just chilling. Other things you can lock in that I either recommend or don't recommend is, one, there's spotlight ones. These are 25 tokens. Don't recommend these, guys. Save your MT. Don't do that. The legacies, I really do think these were really cheap back then. I don't know if they're that cheap right now. I bought all these cards for a really low price, and they were worth it at the time when I got them for 200 tokens. This is when these cards were actually here in the token market. So what I did was I waited a little bit, and I seen that a lot of people were pulling them. A lot of people were able to put them up, and I was like, yo, let me lock those in. It makes sense. I'm buying them for 20, 30 cards. I did the math for how much it would cost me total to get the 200 tokens, and it was worth it. If you could get a token per 1k, it is definitely worth it. And I think it was way less than that actually, because I'm probably paid like 30, like 10, 15, like, you know, crazy prices like that. So that's my recommendation. If you could get tokens for 1k a price, that would be really, really good. And that goes for all of these, right? If you're able to lock in the whole set of 20 tokens for like 20k, that is a W. So you could definitely do that if you're buying them for low values. I never really buy silvers for more than like 1 to 1.5k. Same things with other cards. You can really do it if you do it smart. Now we'll keep going in the premiums just a little bit. Like I told you guys, I don't really recommend the spotlight ones. I don't think it's smart to lock these in. They kind of go for a little bit, so I'm not really feeling it. it, you also have some moments of the weeks. I know a lot of people been trying to lock these in. Price has been going up since the token rewards been updated. So what I would do is I would check to see what cards you have. Some of these cards might be going for something. Some of the older ones, like I know some of these sapphires go for stuff, so maybe you could sell them, get some MT, work on your team, or lock in other collections that are cheaper. So that's just a suggestion. Make sure you're checking the prices on these cards. These cards are more rare now, and 100 tokens is a lot. So like I could check this card, for example, probably not going for a lot, right? But some other cards might be. You never know which card is going for something, and these prices aren't bad at all. Once you look at it, like a little over 8K for an Amethyst Lonzo Ball that I'm not using, that's not a bad price. I'm not locking this in, so I might as well do that. You know what I mean? So definitely take a look at that stuff. Definitely think about it and just know what's going on. I highly recommend that. You got Series 2 Legacy Packs. Same thing when it comes to these, like price-wise, if you can get good prices, definitely do that. And this is basically how I got all my tokens, guys. Basically I locked in the sets that I showed you guys. You guys saw them. I don't lock in Spotlight Series sets, even though I know a lot of people do. 75 tokens, 100 tokens, whatever the case may be. I don't really recommend it. Once again, like I told you guys, wow, Flash 3 is 200 tokens if you guys want it. If you guys have the MT and you feel like the tokens are worth it like that, go for it. But personally, I would never recommend that. The ones I do recommend are these. The prices for all of these aren't that high, and that's why I lock them in. Another thing you guys need to realize is collector level. Collector level is a big thing. Check to see how close you are to the next one. You might be close to this and never realize. That's 200 tokens for 1250 cards. You could get cards for extremely cheap. There's so many cards going up for 250, 300, 500 MT. You can make it up to here just buying those cards that go for literally 500 MT. Then to get to the 300, you might need a little more. So do the math, see if it's worth it. Once you get to here, like making it up to here is a really big grind, but I did do that, and that's why we have so many tokens. We got 750 for that. You saw all the other things we got. So I really hope this was helpful. One last thing is locker codes. Stay up to date on locker codes. Make sure you're doing them silly community polls. They take like 2 seconds. You literally just go, you click any random thing, and you're guaranteed 2 or 3 tokens depending, and that's just free tokens you might as well get. I have a lot of videos linked down below. One of them is how to make sure you never miss a locker code ever. So if you guys are doing locker codes, you'll be getting tokens. Make sure you guys are doing the little things like just checking your My Team event for the day. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's how we get our tokens. I hope this is helpful. I honestly recommend Triple Threat Online. Best game mode in my opinion if you're trying to play. Otherwise, locking collections, like I said, I don't recommend locking in big collections, just the little cheaper ones. So good luck to you guys. If you guys need help with anything or any other questions, let me know. Let me know what you guys are up to in the collector level. Let me know what you guys are up to in the token market. Whatever you want to let me know about. I love reading your comments. And good luck with this whole quarantine thing. It's been your boy Mosballin. I will be seeing you guys later. And ballin'